You guys start getting on here, I'm sharing to everybody. I do have a lot of information, I guess, starting. I had to write that one down because I will forget it. And if you guys have been on here before, you know what I'm doing. I'm sharing to all my groups so they can. Oh, who did? That way I can get everybody. I've got like 5 groups out there. Clem was asking me that. I am not. You know something, guys? I was doing that Prism, and I could do YouTube and Facebook. The problem that I had with it was, it's almost downloaded. The problem that I had with it was I could not share it to a lot of my groups on Facebook, so I would have to go in later, and a lot of times I get it, guys. I know you've heard, but in the last, I would say 4 days, 5 days, I've got a ton of messages, and I you name it, I got it. Emails, text messages. There are everybody. And there are some things I want to clear up tonight, and a lot of misinformation out there on carbons, Kevlar. a lot of people exposing themselves, I guess, to the past on what they've done. I read a few. I read a few of the bad ones just to get ammo, and then on the ones that I already know that are bad, I don't listen to them. And I'm gonna I don't want to do circuit talk because they're not even in with us. Jeff Kessler, I was leaving Savannah, Georgia, and he goes, oh man, you got 30 on here. Cage is watching. I pushed the wrong button and I cut it off, but I got enough in there. I'll go and share to the rest of them later. I already have 36 people wanting to know what's going on. Guys, there is a ton of misinformation out there, and I want to try to get through this video and kind of clear some things up. A lot of people just spouting off about this new blackout bat. I'm not going to have anybody come on tonight. I'm going to kind of, it matches the shirt. See? I'm fighting allergies too this time of year. Mountain cedar kind of kicks my butt. I want to, and there's a lot of, I guess, hatred out there. Whenever you're doing something different and when you're doing something that nobody else has done before, a few people have done this before, and a few people have been successful. There's a reason why they quit doing it. And I'm not going to get into the reason why they quit doing it, but the process does work. It wasn't abandoned because it didn't work. And I'm talking about Kevlar. And I'll get into more of that later. I'm just giving you guys little teasers, but I want to go through a whole little thing on the way I do my intro. And I've got a bunch of questions. I probably won't get to them today, but I'll finish them out on Friday. There is a bunch, and I know this for a fact. There are some people out there that just have it in for us, mainly because of me. I think that's just from what I've done in the past. Back companies, I've pissed off a few people in the last 15 years, and there is some other things that they just don't like about Short Porch. They don't like that they're brand new and they're coming up and they're kicking everybody's ass. And I shouldn't go into too far. We're building good product, and a lot of other people out there, a lot of our bat manufacturers are doing the same thing. They're building good product. I'm not going to trash any bat company tonight. I don't do that. We don't do that. You know, I'm going to do my intro before I get too far into this because I don't want to get carried away here. Intro, guys. Facebook, join. If you guys are seeing this somewhere, how you doing, Ron? If you guys are seeing this somewhere, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, we've got he'll chime in here. He won't chime in. He'll actually be watching me here in a minute. We've got a guy that's going to help us out with TikTok, and you know, he's a bat guy, a very big influencer. Talked to him last night. Very good, very nice guy, and he does stuff out of the norm when it comes to a lot of TikTok videos. When it comes to softball, he's young. He's not one of us seniors that are probably watching this. There's going to be a lot of the kids actually watch, and a lot of kids don't understand. That's the deal. The feedback that I've gotten in the last few days have been a lot of the minions know what's going on. A lot of the kids are very angry. Okay. I'm going to kind of tap into a lot of this stuff and explain, because we are transparent. We want to be very transparent when it comes to stuff like this, and talk to you about what happened and what went on. And I'll get to that later on. This whole video, and like I said, I'm not going to have anybody on. This whole video is going to be telling you guys the truth on everything. You guys can believe us or you don't. It really doesn't matter. But I know a lot of guys want answers out there, what I get from a lot of the text messages that I'm getting on. That I'm listening. I'm trying to answer them. And I just say, listen to the podcast, you know, because then it's one-on-one. You can look at me talking to you. It's not a text message where a lot of things actually get misrepresented or misread, basically. So I just say, listen to, and I'm going to go through the whole thing as much as I can about what happened. And maybe, what is that? And maybe clear a lot of things up. And this is not, another thing too, when I get into it later on, it's not a blame game. You know, like Jeff Kessler, Leslie would say, the buck stops here. We're going to take responsibility for what happened. We're going to take care of everybody. That's already been in the process, and that's what's being done, right? We're taking responsibility. Guys, you will not believe, and I'm not going to call out anybody, the companies that do not do this that fast. Right? Not knowing what like right away there was a problem right after, and boom, they took care of it. Well, I got involved and I wanted to do some testing on these bats. We wanted to find out. There have been bats that have been sent back. We found out what the problem was. There has been bats that have cracked that they got sent back as soon as we started hearing about this problem, and we started seeing the reviews on about them, because the higher bat speed guys were just blowing them up. Great performance, right? But they didn't last with those guys with that 75, 80, 85, 90 mile an hour bat speed. It was just blowing them up. The lower bat speed, they started getting a little bit more life on them. I've got 150 on mine, but I'm mainly a cutter, right? And it's going to be my gamer next week. I'm going to have 2 in my bag, 27 ounce. But I know to baby it. I know what to take care of it. And guys, nothing, before I get too far on this is not, we took responsibility for it. But this is not blaming. I'm not blaming anybody. You know, Short Porch is not blaming anybody. What we want to do is tell you guys what happened. Okay? Because there's a lot of people that are really ripping on Kevlar out there. I will say this, we're not going away from Kevlar. Kevlar will be here with Short Porch for a long time. It's been proven through us, and I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm getting way ahead of myself because I start getting on a roll, and I want to explain everything to everybody out there. We're going to have a lot of people chiming in here in a minute. We've only been at it for 10 minutes, and I already got 90 people watching me right now. And going forward, guys, this is how this is going to work. We're not going to hide. We're not going to not answer your questions. We're not going to take care of you. Customer service is one of the 10 reasons that I came over here. because customer service. Sam, buddy of mine right there. Patty, I'm going to call you out here in a minute. Not bad way, but I will call you out. But this is the way going forward how we're going to do this. And not too many bat companies will get out there and explain. As a matter of fact, I know a lot of bat companies out there that will try to hide from this shit. We didn't hide. We came out here. We knew there was a problem, and we wanted to take care of you guys. You guys are first for us because the future is about y'all. That's what Jeff, Leslie, everybody at Short Porch, that's what we think. All the signature guys, that's what we think. All the guys that are reps for us, you know, Todd, Sarah, it's all about y'all. It's not about us, right? So there's my boy. No, sir, it does not. Okay, here's the deal. The only thing that affects Kevlar, carbon is any carbon. It's not affected by temperature. It's the rosin that goes in between the layers, the adhesives, I guess. Well, yeah, you can listen to it later, Patty. I will talk more about that later when it's one-on-one between you, because I do want to talk to you quite a bit. And we're going to talk about that. Chris. But what Short Porch has all been about is the buck stops here. We're going to explain. This is just the podcast that we put out, and we've been doing this. And one of the ideas that everybody came up with whenever I joined here is the transparency. We want to be very transparent with you guys. We're not going to hide from shit. Guys, I've been doing the Senior Softball Bat Reviews for 15 years, and you would not be surprised on a lot of bat companies won't do what we're doing. And they'll try to hide from it, our blame game, right? They'll try to blame everybody. And if you guys have dealt with these people in the past, you know who I'm talking about. So we're not going to do that. And I hated when they did that, right? Because it would put a lot of pressure on what I did with Senior Softball Bat Reviews. Short Porch will not or never will do that. It's all about the people first. And it's all about, what's up, son? It's all about taking care. So the first thing they did without knowing what the problem was we're going to take care of y'all. That's it. You know, if you guys don't want your bats, you bought your bats. And in high bat speed, we didn't know that at the time. We just thought they were blowing up across the board. But the ones that I was swinging were not blowing up across the board. So we didn't know. But right away, without knowing, Jeff and Leslie said, just give them their money back, or if we can put them into the whiteout, which is planned on being released next month. The whiteout is, and that is that's the prototype that we were hitting. And I'm getting way too far into this shit. And I'll start later on by then, because we got 105 people already. What's up, Trey? Trey and Clem hit with us today. What we did, and I'm going to start it off with Trey, talking about Trey and Clem, and they can talk a little bit. What we did today, and we did it for about 5 hours, is we went back old school with Senior Softball Bat Reviews, and we tested these bats. And just the fact, before I shot off, because I knew I was coming on tonight. So what we did is we spent, 4 or 5 hours there. We got 3 hours of nothing but hitting. We've got 70-year-olds guys out there hitting. We got the girls out there hitting. And we kind of figured out, before we even talked about it, we kind of figured out, what best bat speed this bat fits. It does not fit your 75 plus mile an hour bat speeds. It does not. Clem proved that today. Clem cracked one today, right? Because we are transparent here, right? Clem cracked one. And Clem's bat speed is not 63 miles an hour. I don't care what he's going to get up here and say. It is not. He swings the bat, and it was a 28 ounce. We have not cracked a 27 ounce. We have 3 of them. I'm not saying they're not going to crack. Now, let me explain that to you. I'm not saying they're not going to crack. What we did swing, mainly the 70-year-olds and the ladies swung, was a 26 ounce. We also have a 25 ounce, would probably last longer. So what we were getting today, and I know I'm getting ahead because of lots of the shit we'll talk about, was the 28s are not lasting. The 27s are next, and then the 26 are lasting a little bit longer. I'll give you guys numbers tomorrow because the video's already downloaded. It's already there. It just downloaded. It's 3 hours of hitting, and we're hitting nothing but blackouts today. So, and then the 26s are lasting, and I guarantee the 25 is going to probably last a lot longer. I'll get to that in a minute about the weight distribution numbers. I will get to that in a minute. They are not right. They are not right, the weight distribution numbers. These are little things I want to clear up with you guys. Our weight distribution numbers on this bat before it got released on the prototypes was on a 26 ounce, it was 17 on the end, 8 on the hands, 8, 9 on the hands, 9 on the hands is what it was supposed to be. It did not come out like that. But what saved us with these bats right here was the Kevlar in the barrel. That actually, what's helping the lower bat speed guys get great performance on this bat is the Kevlar. Again, I'm getting way ahead of myself. I have a membership channel, and my membership channel is on YouTube. It costs $5 a month. And the reason I'm saying this because I do talk a lot that I won't talk to you guys about. And I'm just saying, my membership channel is a lot of my minions, and I've had that membership channel for a couple of years. It's a lot of the minions that are on there, and yes, I do have minions. I think you've heard that in the past couple of 3 days. Minions and followers. And the minions know. The minions are well informed. They know what's going on without me even telling them. They've been with me for a long time. So I really don't have to explain too much to them. You can get on there and get on that membership channel. I actually got 5 more subscribers. I lost a lot of I had up to 80 at one time. I got 61 now, 68, I think 67. I gained a few the other day when I got on there and started hour and a half when I started talking about all different kinds of this bat, especially. I started talking to them about what happened. The problem that I have is somebody jumped off there and started talking about the new product that was coming out. And I kind of got on and said, you know, the reason you guys are on here is because I need to keep this quiet. And I had him take it down, or hopefully he took it down, John, from YouTube, and he was talking about a new product that's coming out next month. Like I said a minute ago, we're not going away from Kevlar. Kevlar works. It works. We got it to work. And the prototypes that we're swinging were the ones that were supposed to be produced. They just messed up somewhere in the translation, I would say. Sort of, kind of. But that membership channel on YouTube, I've had it for a while. You guys can go up there and join it. I started doing it once a week once I got rid of a lot of the bat review people and a lot of the subscribers. A lot of the manufacturers got off of it too, because I would get carried away on there, talking about weight distribution, all that stuff. I don't talk about that anymore, but I kind of explain to everybody what's going on and what happens. Like I said, Kev, the one thing that I kind of knew they were going to do this when Short Porch came on and said they're going to take care of everybody. But I want to explain, if you guys have these bats, who should be turning the bats in. You know, the bat, and what kind of swings, because I kind of know after today how many swings the 28 ounce is going to get with a faster bat speed, how many swings the 27 get with so many bats back with your bat speed. And then the 26s and 25s aren't having too much trouble with, but those usually the guys that swing that are the lower bat speed are the ladies, right? Stacy Carr is killing it with this bat. I have her doing a lot of video, and she's going to send it to me later and see how many reps we can get. I have my girls that are swinging this bat. I'm going to have Rachel Good out of California. I sent her one, 26 ounce. She's going to do some video with her girls, and she's going to send that to me too later. So with the girls, we're not having any trouble with the girls swinging these 26s and 25 ounce bats. You guys are going to see the whole video tomorrow. At the end, I'm going to kind of talk about it a little bit more, but I don't want to get too far into it. I'm kind of going way ahead of myself is what I'm doing here. Like I said, Short Porch has come up. They said, hey, you guys going to bring anything, you know, send anything back to us on those faster bat speed guys, on those 27s and 28. Go ahead and send it to us. Actually, after today, I called up Jeff and Leslie, and I said, if anybody turns in a 27, I want it. I want that 27. Because I'm getting 150, 200 swings on it. I haven't cracked one yet, but I'm getting 150, 200 swings on mine right now for gamers, and I love the bat. I think it performs. You'll see me hitting tomorrow with that bat today. And today we hit the 44 375 compression balls. That's it. And started off hitting 52 300s at the beginning. He got to baby this bat. This bat gets hot really fast. It's probably one of the top performing hot out of the wrapper bats And again, on that 27, it's probably going to break in a little faster. 26, 28 could break in a lot faster, but it's going to crack with that high bat speed. All right, guys, podcast, and this is another one. I don't understand. 150 and then it breaks. I didn't have one to break in 150. I said I got 150 on mine right now, and it has not broke. I know of a few people that have got 127 and they have a slow bat speed, and they're actually they still have it. I would like to get it. If you guys decide to keep this bat, I want to get information, and that's why I did that today. I want to get information on how many swings and what is your bat speed. A lot of guys were asking me, and a lot of ladies were asking me today, Dave, I've got a 26 coming, or I got 5, like I just saw. What should I do? And the first question I ask them is, what's your bat speed? If they tell me 70 and below, keep it, because it's going to be the hottest bat you ever swung. That's just me. That's my opinion. That's Trey's opinion. That's my girl's opinion. That's Zena Rossi picked one up today for Trey's bat, which was a 26, was too light for him. So I gave Trey my 27. Trey will tell you he hit bombs. With that weight distribution number, the way it is, he was hitting bombs today. That's the barrel. That's the Kevlar in the barrel. There again, you guys asked me questions. I'm getting way, there you go, Trey. He went from 26 to 27. And what I'm going to do is the video that I'm going to put out in the next couple of days is going to be raw. You guys are going to hear everything. Us talking about it, you know, you're going to hear the sound of the bat. Another thing too, if you guys hear this bat being swung and you say it sounds like an imploding, it's not imploding. Listen to the way this bat sounds. And I know we got over 200. I'm saying roughly around 200, might be more, might be less on this bat, right? So with the older guys, I'm talking about the older guys, right? And the ball just sounds, okay, you've heard the videos of me swinging it. That's the way they sounded today when they were hitting that bat, that ball, the way that ball was taken off. And you can see the ball taken off. There's Stacy finally joining us. But podcast, guys, I want, the deal about, I talked about this last week, is what I saw in the last 4 days, it upset me. It really did. The reason is because, let me try to see the way I can put this. There was a lot of hatred to a company, and I think that's uncalled for. And if you will go back and watch, you can see the people that are talking in a lot of these, and they really have an axe to grind. I've seen that a couple of times. And then the bantering back and forth with us. That's and then calling out. When you're not educating when it comes to Kevlar, you know, and then you start spewing stuff out, and then people go on there and they start going, whoa, 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 that's not really true, you know. But what happens with people like that is they try to throw shit up against the wall, maybe it'll stick, because they are an influencer too. So they will. I actually think Trey quit lying at 7. If you said your bat speed was 78, you're higher than that. But here's the deal with Trey. Trey is a square ball hitter. Trey, in the last 10 years that Trey has hit with me, he's cracked a lot of bats. So I already know that Trey loves the bat, the way it performs, but he's going to crack these bats, right? Because he's not a cutter. He's a square ball hitter. Mine would last longer than Trey. That's another thing too. You've got to think about this too. You know, do you have 70 mile an hour and you're a cutter? It would last you. You got 70 mile an hour, you're a square ball hitter. It wouldn't going to last you 150 swings. You know, what I was talking about podcasts and YouTube videos and even bat reviews. You've got to look at the people that are swinging these bats and don't take it with a grain of salt. You know, a lot of these guys are fast doing bat reviews on seniors that swing the bat hard. You know, I can name, the only one I couldn't see that was doing it was Adam. And I think Adam hasn't broke his yet. But his boy that swings with him, you know, he's got a fast, he squares the ball up and got a fast. I already saw it. I watched all y'all guys' videos. He squares the ball up and knocks the shit out of it. So, a lot of these guys hit it. So right away, when I watched the videos of them, tried to watch them, automatically I said, where's the 70-year-old guys? Where's the 60, 65 lower? Where's the AA guys? Where's the AAA guys? You know, you've got signature players out there hitting these bats. You've got guys out there that used to be part of a bat company, other bat companies, 5 or 6, because they jump around so much. You got them out there and they're swinging a product. I mean, that hitting them, you know, 400 foot. I'm going on a rant there, but I would love to, and I'm not going to trash you guys. Here's the deal. I would love for you guys to do like I did. Go out and get you some 65, 70-year-old guys, AA, AAA. Just so you get an honest review on them, on everything. Every bat manufacturer out there, they'll send you more bats if you actually do that. If you do that, you get it. That's the one thing about what I did, and I pride myself on doing, is I had a lot of the older guys. I had ladies at the end. I had a lot of the older guys in there that were swinging them because nobody wants to see Bubba. You know, sorry, Bubba. Nobody wants to see him hit 450-foot home runs because they're not him. They're not him, right? There's a lot more of, you know, Billy Hastings, you know, 70 years old swinging today. There's a lot more Mike Garabay's out there who was swinging today with us too. A lot of the ladies out there don't have that bat speed. Get some ladies in there swinging with you guys too. You know, let them test the bat out. Not just you guys swinging at 100 mile an hour all the time. That's the only thing I would love to see. These podcasts, another thing too, I was talking about a lot of podcasts out there, informational. A lot of people watch the podcast. Like I've got 111 watching me right now. It's probably my biggest podcast ever. Because why? Y'all guys want to get informed the best way you can with somebody who's talking to you that has knowledge and not lying to you. Somebody was saying, I think Jeff might have asked me, you know, what are we going to do about these guys that are spewing off? I said, let them talk. Let them talk. Y'all guys aren't dumb. You know, let them talk. They're going to understand it. God don't know what the hell he's talking about. You know, when it comes to, you know, barrel flex. You know, there was a podcast on a Friday night. They were talking about barrel flex. What do you think about this barrel flex? Soft, medium, hard. One guy said, I don't believe in it. Let them talk. Let them talk. On these podcasts out there, on these podcasts that are out there, they spew so much shit and hoping that it will stick because they have swung every, you know, they've been with 5, 6 different bat companies. Well, there's a reason why you're not with 5 or 6 different bat companies, because you're doing something wrong, dude. If you're a loyal person, you stay with that one. So you really don't know. Have them talk to you. That's the biggest thing. And I'm not jumping on anyone. I'm really not. I'm just trying to give you guys information. Let's throw some 70-year-old guys like I did today. Gary Kabenka, Billy Hastings, I talked to them today. They're going to be with me. 69, 70 years old. Mike Garabay, 70 years old. These are the guys that are going to be hitting with me, right? We're going to be more, they're going to be more testing with us. There's going to be more informational with us on what fits, because apparently a lot of guys don't understand soft, medium, and hard. So we're going to kind of educate them on that with my guys out there swinging all these bats. Short porch bats. All right? Because we're staying with that, guys. We're staying with Kevlar. We're not moving. Definitely. I think, Stacy, I think the light, it being lighted, I knew that today. It being light, you speed up your bat. You know, Clem doesn't like the light. When Trey doesn't like the light, but they think it needs more mass. But Trey was hitting them as far with his 27 than he was any other bat that he was swinging. And he will tell you that right now. So, I'm getting away from shit because I get on a little rant going right there. I would like for a lot of podcasts to get back into this podcast. Yeah, so did Tammy. See, Tammy hit the ball the best on a 26-ounce blackout today. Tammy hit the ball. She's hit the ball the hardest she's ever hit it today. She's a lady. She doesn't have that, you know, she doesn't have that 60, 70 mile an hour bat speed, right? Zena hits hard. She was hitting to the fence. Guys, you can chime in and tell us. 330-foot fence with that Kevlar blackout. She was hitting him to the fence. You guys watch the video tomorrow. I'm going to cut it up tonight. It already downloaded. 3-hour video. It took me an hour and a half to download. I was going to try to get those numbers on how many swings we got on them. to let you guys know this is who it will benefit from this bat right here. It's not you guys. Now, don't get me wrong. You guys with that 80-mile-an-hour bat speed could grab that 27-ounce and probably get about 3 tournaments out of it and hit some of the godly home runs or hit the ball through the infield, just hit lasers. You'll be able to do that. But I know a lot of you guys don't want to spend that money, and we got the whiteout coming out, you know. I'm going to go through some questions here. That's the mainly thing a minute. You know, a lot of you guys asking me questions about getting back, turning yours back in. You know, I would definitely, going forward, I would definitely tell you guys, if you have that 80-mile-an-hour bat speed, 90-mile-an-hour bat speed, I've had guys text me and they tell me what their bat speed is. I said, send it in. Get that white out. Trade it in for that white out, and that white out's coming out next month, beginning of next month. And it will be here. Yes, with men's balls, she was hitting them today. And I'll go back and forth, guys. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about today. And I'll keep going back and forth. I've already been into it a long time. And when I get on a roll, I can talk pretty much. Podcasts, I want to get back to that. You got to watch when people put out yeah, you were supposed to be here today. That would have been awesome. Are you a cutter? Or are you a square ball hitter? Mingo's asking me 60 to 75 mile an hour bat speed. Yes, definitely. It'll last longer if you're more of a cutter at that bat speed. Definitely. And if it's a 26 ounce, if it's 27, 28, you got your lifespan on that bat's going to shrink a little bit. What I'm talking about is podcasts. And here's the deal, guys. What I want you to do, I've got 118. I've got 120 watching right now, right? I want you to, if you got questions, ask them here, because I'm not going to go through a lot of this. My boys, I got Clem out here. I've got Stacy. I've got Rachel. You know, I've got Trey up here. They're going to answer a lot of these questions, but if they can't answer them, leave them, guys, and I'll answer them later. Or what I will do is I'm going to come on Friday night too, and I'm going to answer a lot of these follow-up questions is what I'm going to do. And we're transparent with Show Porch here. You know, that's when you join the movement, this is what we're going to do. We're very transparent. We're going to tell you exactly up to, you know, not all of it. We're going to tell you, and we're not going to blame. We're not going to blame anybody for this. We're the one that's taking responsibility for this. That's how come Jeff and Leslie are making this right for everybody out there. And going forward, guys, this is what you're going to get. If you're a part of this movement, this is what you get. We're going to explain, because there's so much, and me and Jeff and Leslie talked about this the other day. We actually did a group, a Zoom call the other day, and they suggested, and I agree with them 100%, is, you know, we need to make this a very social, because we are part of social media. We got one of the biggest platforms, as you can see, 122 people watching right now. We have the biggest platform in senior softball right now. So what better way to explain things to you guys, be very transparent, not hide shit when something goes wrong, and not take responsibility for it, because, guys, you've had that in the past. It's not going to happen here. And our last 4 days actions have proved it. So this is what we want to do. I'm going to come on twice a week. During the off season, I'm going to come on Wednesdays and Fridays. I'm going to probably talk about bats on one day, and another day I'm going to pop out health, nutrition, workout routines, what you should be doing, TRT, growth hormone, just little things, DIM, you know, testosterone boosters, what I think about them and going forward. I'm not giving that up. That's just going to be added on, because I have so much. I've been popping an hour and a half here trying to talk about everything, and I would rather talk about bats on one day, health, nutrition on the other day, you know, what to look for, how to eat in the off season so you don't put on so many pounds. Get out, ride a bike, get on a little treadmill. I'd rather ride a bike because it takes pressure off the ankles and the knees and the hips, so, and the back too. So I would rather ride a bike. But these podcasts, I would like to see a lot more podcasts. There was some that came on and they died, kind of went away. And here's the deal, and I think the reason why, and I think they would be more popular right now, because a lot of people want to know information. A lot of people want to be informed. And what better way to do it than listen to a podcast? And don't listen to just mine. Listen to a lot of them out there. listen to a lot of them and make your own mind up. Make just think about things. Common sense is what we do. You know, a lot more common sense. We have Jeff, Leslie, and we have guys over there at Porch that actually are the brainiacs. They're the nerds, right? And I use a lot of common sense. So that's what we're going to throw at you. You know, we're going to science mixed in with bro science, and then we're going to talk to you about it. So I'm going to quit reading because I get kind of off track here. Off subject here for a few minutes, and I'll clarify what. See, I didn't read that, and that might have been Jaeger. Clarify what? I'll come back to it. Guys, there's some shit that's going on, and or maybe the guys can answer it for me when I said clarify. They're doing a lot of bat testing with SSUSA. I think that's a good thing. I heard some things because I'm like, what's the specs on the whiteout? 17 on a 26 ounce, same thing as the I'm kind of getting off track here, but they're asking questions that I can answer really fast. On a 26 ounce, it's got 16.9, 17 on the end, and 8.9, 9 on the hands. Basically, it's going to be a little more. It's going to be a little bit more of a half ounce end load, not so much of a 3/4 ounce end load. It's going to be more. So the whole plan. So you guys are listening to me. I've got 125. So you guys are listening to me. The whole plan was to release the blackout, and then after the blackout, we're going to release the whiteout. But nobody knew about the whiteout because we wanted to surprise everybody, right? So whenever the blackout, that first run, because of communication error, got built wrong, the offer that was made by Jeff and Leslie was, or Porch was, hey, we'll send you the next one that's coming out, which was going to be the whiteout. So everybody, that was prematurely talked about because everybody, you know, we needed something that would take care of you guys. You know, if you wanted your money back, you can do that. If you wanted to wait for the next one, the difference between the blackout, if everything went great, right? If everything went great between the blackout and we did have the product that we ordered, the whiteout was a different barrel. It was a different coated. It was actually, you have the clear coat on the blackout, you have the matte finish on the whiteout. Now, you guys know when we talk about this that there's a difference in paint jobs. So you'd get a little bit different performance, maybe a little bit better spin technology with that whiteout than you would the blackout. So the blackout, and if you guys are a minion, you know what I'm talking about. You had a barrel that was clear coat, shiny, then you had a matte finish on the whiteout. So the finish on the whiteout is going to be a matte finish and less paint. So that's the difference that was supposed to, but it didn't work out that way, right? Because there's a little glitch there, you know, in communication. Shave bats. There were 4 people that were caught in Vegas. No, let me redo that. There were 4 people that were caught with shaved bats. There's a lot more people that had to turn their bats in that are getting looked at right now that failed compression test. And I hope, guys, I really do. I know the name of one of them, and it will shock you. And I do hope they release it because it's going to be bad. I know the name of one of them, and I'm just saying, this is the chance you take when you take a shave bat to SSUSA now. And I'm pretty sure all these other organizations are going to start doing the same thing. But basically, what we thought was happening is happening. It's a deterrent, and if you do get one that doesn't pass compression, then you probably could get caught. If they're going to send that bat back to the manufacturer and they're going to open it up and see if it's been shaved. There has been, out of the 4, there is a big name in one of them. I ain't saying it, who they are. I've never done that. I'm going to wait till the final results because there is an appeal process that goes on. So again, like Matt Barnes is, you know, we were talking about this the other day, and SSUSA is not going to release any names right now. And there's an appeal process that happens. And they've got to be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, right? You know, you got to make sure that they didn't borrow that from a friend, which I think really doesn't matter because everybody should swing their own freaking bat. But it's a big name. And, but we'll see going forward on what happens to that. I don't know. Before I get too far into this, there's another thing too. There's an election that went on last night. The final verdict was today. I have deleted 5 people on my page. Guys, I built this page. I built this Facebook page not to hear the bullshit. And I don't give a shit how you voted. I don't give a shit who won. You know, and you guys say, Dave, you don't say that because Trump won. No, I'm not saying it. You guys don't know how I voted. And nor do I put it on here how I voted. But I will tell you this. You say some stupid shit, you're gone. You're gone. And I did it with Barack. You guys on his second term, because that's when I got in on Facebook. You talk shit about the president, any president, Democrat, Republican, you're gone. And I don't care who you are. I really don't. I deleted a guy the other day I've known for a long time. And you're gone. It's just something that I want this Facebook, YouTube, all the channels, I want them to be non-political because you should come to this, watching this video tonight and not talk about politics because that was talked about for the last freaking year about politics. Let's get away from that right now. Move forward. Hope for the best. Doesn't matter what happens. Hope for the best out there too. And guys, you would not even know how I voted. Me, and this ain't no shit, with our group of guys that we hit with right now, we don't talk about politics. Not a one. We don't talk about politics. And because we're out here to do something, we were senior softball bat reviews. Nobody talked about it, right? Didn't even bring it up. Didn't even know how anybody voted in our little group. We didn't know that, how anybody voted. So no, we don't do that shit here. If you're a guy, if you're an asshole on my Facebook page, you're gone. You know, I don't care if you're freaking anybody, man, and you got all these bats out there. We don't need that. We don't need that hatred, you know, going on out there. And I did it 5 people today this morning. I just started and they try to friend me. I wrote their names down. I took pictures of their names and they try to friend me again. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I'm going to try to get into some questions and then I'm going to go back to a bunch of stuff here too. I know I'm already getting into it, but I do want to answer a lot of these questions. There's a question put out there. If we want to swing it and break it, say if we put 60 swings on it, can we turn it back in? Yes, you can turn it back in. What I would like to do is educate you more, Kevin. Educate you more, and you're probably watching tonight. Educate you more on who should be swinging it and who should not be swinging it. Because I think if this is just me after today, right? And I kind of knew this was with me. I knew it was happening with my bat. I don't want you to turn something in that probably going to benefit you if you hit it, if you have that lower bat speed. You 70-year-old guys, you 75-year-old guys that would hit this bat and love it because of the Kevlar in the barrel and the way it responds. Although there was a mistake made, the mistake helped out a lot of the guys out there with that slower bat speed. The complaint that we get is a lot from the 40-year-old guys, 45-year-old guys, the 50-year-old guys with that 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100 mile an hour bat speed. They were mad, right? Because we had talked about this product coming out and it didn't meet their expectations because there was a problem with China. So, and we understand that. We understand that. And we're taking care of you guys. We are. So the next video that comes out tomorrow, you'll see us hitting it. What's a complicated answer? So, if you guys, the one thing, if like they said, or should I send it back new and wrapper? If you send it back new and wrapper, you need to understand, if you have that 75, 80, 85, 90 mile an hour bat speed, you're going to blow this bat up, you know, I shouldn't be reading any of that stuff. You're going to blow it up. If you're swinging at 28 ounce, you're going to blow it up faster. If you're swinging at 27 ounce, it might take you about 150, 100 swings. I haven't destroyed mine yet, but when I do, I'm going to tell you about it because I'm mainly a cutter. And I don't blow up. In 15 years I've been doing this, I haven't blown up a lot of bats. I do crack them, yes, but very few and far between. 65, 75 ought to be good for you, whoever said that. Clem, quit it. I just saw what you posted. Bat speed is the biggest one. To answer that question, Kevin, I'd ask you what's your bat speed. If you're in that 75, 70, if you're a square ball hitter, I'd even send it back to. And we're not trashing these bats that you send back either, guys. We're not going to trash them. We're not going to get rid of them because I do think they serve a purpose. The ladies can buy them. And after you see the video tomorrow about the bat, you'll understand why I think the ladies and the older guys would love this bat. I think I already answered that one. And we're swapping the bats out. If you got an issue with them, we'll swap them out. Or you can get that white out or your money back. Doesn't matter. Okay, this is the pretty Johnny Lee, actually. So so basically the Big Chef, I'm gonna call him out. Review started whenever he had broke one, and then Big Ben had imploded one, and then I think the guy that hits with Fat Guy had blown one up. Basically, what Johnny's asking is, why was the hype on these bats so much and nobody was breaking them? And like I explained earlier, there was a flaw after we had approved this bat, because you guys watched us hit this bat and all the hype, and a lot of people were saying behind the scenes, because I heard you, right? Don't tell me how I heard you, but I heard you saying, I guess the hype isn't real. Well, no, the hype was real. That's why we're not going away from Kevlar. The hype was, we got prototypes and we swung them. We sent them to Alan, Gulf Coast. He swung them. He approved them. We all approved them. We loved them. That was not the same bat that was delivered to us. So that's why they grabbed them right away, and they took them out, and they blew them up. And then we're going, red flags, what's going on here? What happened? And there was some bat cutting open, and there was some bats being next day aired to China. What happened? Because this is not the prototype. Everything you see in the prototype is what's coming next month. That's that bat. Now, listen to this. Going forward, and everybody at Shore Porch agrees with this, what happened with this bat was we wanted to get it dropped real fast. So going forward, what we will do, now listen up, everybody. Going forward, what we will do, and we talked to everybody in the group chat about this. Zena, thank you for finally joining in. We talked to everybody in a group chat about this. We sent the bats out without us hitting them. That's not going to happen again. We're not sending bats out anymore. We are going to hit those bats. I will get some. Todd, Sarah will get some. And Alan will get some. A few of the Ron Yeager, there you go. Ron Yeager will get some. Guys that have that signature series, our guys will swing these bats first before we drop them. So they might get them. We might get the bats in, let's say on a Friday. We won't drop till the next weekend or the next Monday, because we want to hit these bats. We don't want this mistake to happen again. All right? We don't want to get screwed, because we got screwed on this. We don't want this to happen again. So what we're going to do going forward, we're going to hit the bats first. We're not going to be stuck out there with these bat review people and have them do what they did. And talk about, I heard one guy saying they ought to exchange the money for everybody. Why? When this bat fits the ladies. This bat fits the 70, 75, 80-year-old guys. You watch the video tomorrow. It fits their swing. Why would you just turn those bats in when you can benefit from those bats, the ladies, from these bats? Because this is the ideal bat for the ladies out there. The slower swinging bat guys, the slappers. Great bat for them. I'm a slap. That's where mine's probably lasting. Getting ready for a tournament. And here I am slapping. So all of you guys out there, No. Brandon will swing because going forward, guys, this is not going to happen again. I can't say that it's not going to happen because accidents or miscommunication does happen. So to keep it from getting to you guys where you already purchase it, you know, let it run through us. Let it run through our guys because I can trust my guys. I can, you know, and I know I'm talking for Leslie and I'm talking for Jeff. We can trust our guys. They're on here every week talking. The Yeagers out there, you know, the Brandon Murrays out there. Let us know. It's got us past their inspection, our inspection, Alan, you know. It's got us past whenever they get the bat. I already know how it works. You know, you got Jeff and you got Christian actually in hit tracks hitting this bat before it gets delivered to me, Alan. So what we're going to do is broaden that. We're going to have all of our bat signature guys and some of the reps actually swing these bats and go, hey, it's okay. It's what you said it was. And we'll run with it. That's going forward. That's what we do. That's how we fix the problem going forward. So it doesn't get to you guys. And I know it took this to actually, as a group, as a group, get out there, and we talked about it, and it's something that we really did agree on. My bat came in today, and my biggest issue is the weight distribution. He's got a 15.8 on the end. That's a 25 ounce, I'm pretty sure. A 15.8 on the end with 9.9 on the hands. Guys, again, they loaded these bats. You guys got to understand, the bats that we swung in prototypes, and me and Trey talked about this, and Clem talked about this today. We were talking about, we talked about this today. I'm reading stuff, so bear with me, guys. The deal with the weight distribution, they were supposed to be on a 26 ounce. This bat was supposed to be 17 on the end, because that's what we all agreed on, you know, a little bit more than a half ounce in load, and 8.9 on the hands, or 9 on the hands. So that was a, you know, a little less, a little more than a half ounce in load. But when you got the bats back, I was like, that swing's kind of, it feels light. This 26 feels pretty light to me. So I did the weight distribution numbers, and they were all messed up. At that time, they were already sent out to the people who are going to do the reviews already. So there's nothing we can do. We thought maybe the Kevlar, and you're talking about it happened that day, right? So we were like, so Jeff got on the phone, talked to some people on why this happened, you know, because weight distribution was off. Now, one thing I will tell you is after today, because of weight distribution, a Kevlar barrel where we act different with weight distribution numbers being a little off. And I'm not trying to cover our ass here, but I swing my 2027 and it's got 16.5 on the end, 16.5 on the end with 10.1 on the hand. Somebody asked me a question. No, Scott, I'm not going to have you join me. Somebody's talking about Joshua in there. Joshua's my guy now. We had a great relationship last night. That came out wrong. Talking on the phone last night, Joshua. We hit it off, is what I'm trying to say. We hit it off pretty good. That came out wrong. So the weight distribution numbers, yes, it's more leaning toward a 1/4 ounce in load balance bat. Short Porches balance bat, but the flex makes up for that. If I could say, if you got that lower, again, I'm going 70, 65, 60, 55, 50 mile an hour bat speed, that weight distribution, it's not, like I told Clem today, don't look at the way past bats were made, because this is different stuff here. And I told you guys 2 weeks ago, a week ago, that this is different territory for us. This Kevlar is different territory for us. So a lot of things are going to be different with Kevlar. The weight distribution numbers, we're going to get back on track with that whiteout, where they're going to be at on a 26 ounce. The numbers I'm going to give you on that whiteout is going to be, if everything goes great, right? And I don't think we're going to have a mess up like this for a while, because they've already been in trouble for what they did. And it's basically not paying attention to detail and miscommunication. So going forward, your whiteout would have a 17 on the end, 8, 8, 8, 9, 10 on the hand. Excuse me, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9 on the hands. That's what we're going for. Your 20, it's on 26 ounce. 25 ounce would be a 16.5 with an 8.5 on the hands, 8.4 on the hands. You know, your 27 ounce, I think that was 25 ounce, right? Your 27 ounce is going to be a 17.4 on the end with a 9.1, 9.2 on the hands. So basically, you don't swing in cold weather. You don't swing any kind of composite or Kevlar in the cold weather. Why? Not because of the Kevlar, it's because of the rosin. That's why. Not because of the Kevlar, not because of the, although Kevlar is a softer material, and I'll get to what I'm going to talk about the Kevlar in a minute and talk about what somebody said about it. I only got one answer for this. If soft barrels are for slow bat speed guys, why do the guys with higher bat speed hitting nukes? Now listen to what he said, because a softer barrel is supposed to implode. And what we did with these reviews is we had a lot of the higher bat speed guys were hitting bombs with it. That's the Kevlar. That is nothing to do, because in the past, if it was that soft, it would implode, right? Somebody said the other day, and I want to listen because I heard what you said. You said you were 65 years old and you played a lot of ball and you got some of these bats and you're going to turn them back in. I understand that. You can do whatever you want to. But you said these bats are not soft. Well, that tells me you didn't hit it enough. You just swung the bat. It's not soft right out of the wrapper. It doesn't make a sound, and that sound's got to break in. So it's just not like it's soft out of the wrapper. It's not. So you got to hit it a little bit to soften that barrel up. And it's a different kind of softness. It's soft, but it has a great trampoline effect. The barrel gets soft, but it has a great trampoline effect, and it's very tough barrel. So what I can answer, Mr. Howard, to you is, why were these guys hitting bombs, but you had a softer barrel? The Kevlar. Like I said, guys, this is different. The Kevlar is different monster here. It is something that it's new with. It's definitely Dave. That's not Dave. That's actually me. Though it tells me your bat speed is through the roof, basically. This is a question I already answered. Question for you. In your video with the bat, it's supposed, not Troy, it's Trey, Clem, and yourself, Murray, got a 450 swings off that original prototype. We got 450 swings on it, is what we did. That's not a lie. We did. And then they say that Marcus and they said Ken imploded it in 50 swings. Like, why were we hitting, and I answered this question earlier, why were we hitting that bat so good in the prototype, and then all of a sudden they grab it and they're getting 50 swings out of it with their high bat speed? Well, a couple of things. My bat speed, Clem's bat speed, Trey's bat speed, Murray's bat speed is not Marcus's bat speed. I cannot hit a bat like he does. Nor would I take any advice from him for me. Somebody that hits the bat, hits the head as hard as he does and as big as he is, weight transfer, arm length, height, leverage. I think Jeff Kessler talked about this. That all ties in to how to pick a bat. So I can guarantee you that guy will crack a lot of soft barrel bats. That's just me. Then you have Big Ben. Big Ben, 6'2", 200 and, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit here, Ben, 230, 225 pounds, somewhere around there. Has a great, left-hander has a great, tremendous bat speed, right? I don't swing like him. That's like comparing Bubba to me. And the reason I bring Bubba up, because you guys seen him hit with me. That's like comparing the two. There's no, definitely. And if you guys remember on the review that Big Ben did, he hit it 137 times in a row. Now, I'm not saying there's not an issue. Don't get me wrong, guys. There's an issue. We're taking care of the issue. I'm I'm not saying it's not an issue. There's an issue. I'm not trying to back out of this. I'm just saying I kind of hope that they would have some 70-year-old guys, some average guys in there swinging these bats going forward. Because it's already been done. The review's out. It's already been done. I kind of wish they would get some guys in there with 70 with that, ladies, right? Let's get their opinion on the bats that are actually out there swinging. It's not one size fits. We talked to you about this. It's not one size fits all. It's not, you know. So, you know, we're trying to take care of the ladies. We're trying to take care of the younger and older seniors. Basically what we're doing. So definitely. Only got a few more. Will there be any future Kevlar USSSA bats? Hell yes. Everything. Everything. Everything's Kevlar. We're not listening to what you guys say. That's another thing, too. I've got engineers that I work for. They know what works, right? And I'm going to kind of get into that in a minute. They know what works. So the future is Kevlar with us. Kevlar is a great material. There has been some Kevlar bats out there made that performed very well. There's a reason why they didn't stick with Kevlar. I'm not going to tell you why, but there's a reason why they didn't stick with Kevlar. Has nothing to do with durability or performance. Kevlar is one of the most durable. It has the most durability of any bat out there that I've seen. The most. So we are making ASA Kevlar. We are making U-Trip Kevlar. We'll probably be long. They gave me a whole list of bats. Listen to this. Today, they gave me a list of bats because we got on this group. We always talking to everybody, right? So we're on this little group thing, and I get this. We're hitting balls this morning. I start getting this ding, ding, ding. They give me a list with everybody else of all the bats going to be released in the next 3 months. And we ain't, just this little hiccup, you guys think, you know, this is not other bat companies. We'll go, oh, you know, we're already been working on these bats before the launch of the blackout. We've already been working on them. They're good to go. Larry, get with me. Larry West, I'll send you one. But we've already, we're 5 steps in front of everybody on what's coming. You know, we got a 2-piece out coming out next month, 2 months. So we're already working. We're fixing this problem. We're already on to the next 3. Okay. ASA bat. That's something that, John, I'm not even going to tell you anything, dude. You tell everybody. John's part of that membership channel. Yes, ASA. We've already collabing with an ASA guy up north. He was on here a few minutes ago. We're going to collab with him. He's going to put some video. He's going to swing our product. He's just going to swing our product, tell us what he thinks about it. An ASA guy. There's not many ASA guys out there, so we decided to go with him. Leslie decided to go with him. What we are going to do is, let me see what time it is here. What we are going to do is, I'll talk about that in a minute, and I hope I get back to it. But yes, we are doing U-Trip bat. U-Trip bat will be out next month, next 2 months, next 3 months. I'm not going to give it away on when it's going to be out, but it's already been done. There will be a 2-piece U-Trip and a 1-piece. There will be a 2-piece U-Trip and a 2-piece bat. And I won't talk about it till later because I don't want the hype and all this other shit everybody's talking about out there. I don't want to get it going right now, but there's some good shit coming in the next couple of months on a senior bat, 2-piece bat. Never built before. Never built before. Somebody was asking me here, and this is a broad question. What is the typical lifespan of a bat when you start swinging it? The next bat we get, I want to make sure that I take measures on to preserving the lifespan of the bat. Gentlemen, and it's going back to senior softball bat reviews. But the only reason, if you guys heard me talk, he wants to know how to preserve a bat. What's the breakdown period of a bat? I will say this. Every bat manufacturer out there has a lifespan of the breakdown period of a bat. I'm not going to tell you because I'll be bringing in other bat companies. So I'm not going to answer that question because that'd be a question for Senior Softball Bat Reviews. I don't want you to think I'm biased toward any other bat company, especially mine, ours, from here. So I'm not going to answer that question. I do know the answer to the question because I've swung all them bats. I will say this. Kevlar is a different animal. That is a... oh, somebody answered the question. So definitely, yes. Let me talk about something here. Since I'm on that Kevlar thing, there were some things said about Kevlar. One of the questions was, and I want to get to that right now. One of the questions were the Dudleys. And if you guys know this answer, kind of chime in here. I want to get some people talking here because you guys are going to watch this later, and I want to hear what you have to say. Dudley, OGs, I thought it had Kevlar in it. Is that true or not? I don't know. And then there was something about it was actually put into the Reebok and the, not the Adidas, but the Reebok. Reebok bats had Kevlar in it. And then a lot of people were saying Kevlar doesn't work. That somebody out there was saying when he went on a rant about he's tried Kevlar and Kevlar didn't work and it's brittle. And then I want to thank you guys for chiming in. Patty Albright answered that question, said he was wrong. Said Kevlar does work. Kevlar is not brittle. Kevlar is strong and it's flexible and it's soft, right? Mike Masinko actually chimed in on that when he went off on Kevlar and actually said that Kevlar actually was strong. You're wrong. And Alan Tanner chimed in too. So those are the guys that actually contradicted what this gentleman said. Or I don't try to get into that. But for those guys to come out, guys, Kevlar is one of the best material that you can use when you're making product. A lot of people are going to Kevlar now, but how do you do it? You know, I was told, it's funny because we had a guy up there that said he did reverse engineering, that he knew somebody that did reverse engineering on the Dudley OG and didn't find Kevlar in it. Well, I didn't blame. I was looking at it, go, why are you guys doing reverse engineering on a bat that's the hottest bat out there? I think was one of the hottest bats out there, and durability is through the roof. Why don't you make your own shit? Why are you stealing shit? Reverse engineering. That's what I was mad about when he said it. Why were you a part of that? Why were you a part of stealing technology from a bat? I wasn't even thinking about what he said. Like they didn't find it in there. I was more pissed because they stole technology. You're not smart enough to develop a Kevlar bat. You're not smart enough to develop a bat. You got to reverse engineer it to steal it. So you're admitting to that and being a part of it? That bothered me. You know, that's what I'm talking about when I senior softball bat reviews. There's so many people that don't want to put in the work and don't want to get out there and do the work. Do the testing. You know, try to develop your own shit. Quit trying to steal other people's shit by doing reverse engineering. I don't know anybody that does that shit. And you're admitting it on social media to prove a point that Kevlar was not in the OGs? I was told. That's the reason I spew it out there. I was told by the man that it was put in there. You know? And who goes through that to test that? You actually got to burn that shit. You got to, I watch Forensic Files, so I know how you do that. You got to put it on that spigometer or whatever it is, and you got to heat it up, and you got to get all this shit going, and beakers and shit. Who does that? Pays the money to do that shit. And you went through all that without getting your hands dirty and doing this work yourself. That's one thing I love about Short Porch. They got the freaking nose. I was on the phone call till 1:30 last night. Jeff Kessler, Lisa, 1:30 last night. They're in their office working. And he's calling me, asking me questions. I thought he wanted to know about the elections. He goes, no, I'm building bats. I'm not even watching TV. Oh, Kevlar is a badass material. Thank you, Mike, Alan, and Patty, when they talked about it. It's a badass material. I will say that. I'm going to see what else I have to talk about here. There are some things that are going to change going forward. Damn, I talked about most of this. We're going to go, we're going to actually hang on to, before you do the launch, before we do the launch, we're going to actually go and hit them a little bit, give the okay on it, then we'll do the launch. I'm almost done. So the bats did come in light. A lot of you guys were saying, this is the funny thing too, and these are questions that I'm going to answer too. A lot of guys asking, this is just like the Hot W, or this is just like the Proton. Guys, I'm the one who did the review on those bats. I swung those bats. This little mishap with that is not the same thing. Those bats weren't even performing whenever they came out. You guys remember before the Hot W, they did a run, and those bats were hot and durable. Then they did a rerun, and they were horrible. They would not perform. You couldn't get 10 swings on them. So it's not like the Hot W. Not even close. But that's what everybody, when everybody heard this was going on, automatically they threw it in that category. And it's not even close to that category. Then you had the Protons. Remember when he had to repaint those bats and heated them up twice? I'm the one who figured that one out, just to let you know. I'm the one who figured that one out. They're asking, why are they cracking, right? Because I actually did hit that bat before they repainted them. And remember, they were going to get sued, and then they had to pull the name, and they repainted them. I was the one that's saying, don't repaint them. Just get rid of that little peach. I was the one telling them that. And if you contradict me on that, I have an audio on that too, when I told them that. And I said, because you're going to heat it up too much. Well, guess what? Those bats started breaking. I don't know what the problem is. The problem is you heated it up too much. You destroyed that rosin in there. You know, they didn't have no performance on it. So don't put us in that category as them. This is a mistake that was made. And somebody said, yeah, there you are. I'm not even going to chime in on that one because I could rip some ass on that one, bud, that nobody knows about. I already talked about them, but this bat's high performing bat. It is a top tier bat, but just for those lower bat speed guys, you know, and just for the ladies is what I'm going to tell you. And I know a lot of you guys, not a lot. There's a few of you guys that will hang on to this bat, especially if you got that 80, 85 mile an hour bat speed and you're going to take it to a tournament and you're going to put about 30, 45 swings on it, because I don't think you put that many in a tournament. You probably do 20 swings in a tournament, maybe carry it for a couple of tournaments and then blow it up, you know. That's another thing too. You guys are going to probably do that. I don't care if you do that. I'm not saying don't do that. I don't care if you do that, but I guarantee you a few of you guys going out there and shit, if it can get me through 2 tournaments, give me 2 of them. I'll get me through 4 tournaments. As long as I'm hitting the ball 500 feet, you know what I mean? And another thing too, we talked to Jeff about this and Jeff kind of explained this one too, is don't be sending us a bat back, because we know. I've got a bat here with me that I'll show to you later. It's actually going to go on that video tomorrow that I have. It's got striations all in it because we got a lot of swings on it from the older guys and the ladies. We know what a bat looks like when you put 300 swings on it or 250 swings on it. We already know that. So don't be trying to sneak that one back to us saying, well, can I hang on to mine till next year and when I start hitting again? Jeff already said, and Leslie already said, yes, you can do that. But I'm telling you now, don't give us a bat back in 6 months, right, that has striations all in it. You know, it's got a seam on it going this way. And then tell us you only put 20 swings on it, because we already know what a bat looks like when it's got 200 swings on it and 300 swings on it, 400 swings on it. We already know that. So we kind of like, that's a slippery slope there, because we've got to watch what's going on with that. So, and I know there's people out there that will do that. This bat is very good for mush balls too. What is that bat that they use? That ball they use in SSUSA. This is very good for that ball. The Biden fire. This bat will kill that ball. Not the ball will kill the bat. The bat will. Yes, definitely. The clincher. All those softballs, those softer balls out there. This is the best bat for that. And if you guys want in that 80 mile an hour, 75 mile an hour, you guys want to take Baden fire. There you go. You guys want to swing this bat on those lighter. You probably get a little bit more life out of it. You know, the clincher they were talking about here a minute ago. Rachel was talking about the Baden fire. Yes, that's the ball I was talking about. I would love to see, because we're supposed to have some girls ball sent to us, because with our girls, we want to, they're hitting, the video tomorrow you're going to see them hitting is the men's balls. They're hitting the men's ball tomorrow with this bat. Just watch, they are garbage, John. Just watch the video tomorrow. I put it together today, and I'm going to talk about that video. I put it together today. I wanted to see, because whenever there comes a problem like this, and I do see the bat review people out there, and I was kind of disappointed in them, because all I see was, except for Adam, was swinging it, and Adam's not one of those home run hitting guys. Talk to him about his bat. You know what happened with that Adam deal with Fat Guy? You have one guy that blew the bat up and was very vocal about blowing the bat up, and everybody looked at it like Adam, because I got this. This ain't bullshit. I got this as Adam said the bat blew up. Well, everybody's thinking, that didn't watch the video, that Adam blew it up. So, and he was going around and on a lot of social media pages, and I see it, and talking about I blew it up in 45 swings. Well, people see him, and he's a part of Adam, so they think that Adam gave that bat that kind of review, and they should have went in more detail. They should have said it's very good for the lower bat speed guys and the girls swing. So if you have that, you know, I'm going to kind of get off that subject here in a minute, but if you have that bat, you want to turn it in, that's fine. I'm not saying don't turn it in. I'm saying, you know, or even sell it to a guy that a 70-year-old or 65-year-old guy out there, or, you know, the ladies out there. The ladies will love. This will be the best bat, in my opinion, because I've watched girls. I have girls. My wife plays softball, and this is the best bat she's ever swung, right? But she has that low bat speed. She's a woman, and not saying anything bad about women. I'm just saying we're men. We're big and strong and whatever. No, hope nobody takes offense to that. That's not the way I meant it. I'm trying to put you people in a bat that actually fits you really good. I'll be gaming it next week in Phoenix, Arizona when I go. So yes, definitely. I like the bat. I would like to get a few more of the 27th. And I'm kind of, if I get 150 swings on it, you know, quit it, CV. Clem did it. Clem rested his every 10 swings, and keep it out of the sun. Don't let the sun hit it. You know, like today, I was sticking it underneath my little bat holder, getting it out of sun in between swings. We kind of hit it a little bit today. We kind of hit it a little bit too much. I didn't rest it like that, but I really wanted to get the video out, and we had the ladies hitting back to back. So I let the ladies take double them up and take swings off it. So they probably put about 20, 25 swings on them. And, probably a piece. And then it rest. And then you had Mike Garibay jump in there. And then two people after him, you had Billy Hastings jump in there and start the number system. I'm trying to remember what you told me about, Jaeger, on the number system. You talking about weight distribution numbers? Quarter ounce balance bat. So I'm going to get off that. Alan Hancock. He has a bat out there. Todd, how long do you rest? Todd, you shouldn't be swinging this bat if you tell me what your bat speed is. Oh, Ron. You know what Ron does to all of his bats? I actually have one of his bats here. And I got 104 people. I can do this. Did you write it on that bat you gave back to me, Ron? Hang on, guys. I just got to pick up a bat. This is pretty smart. And when I was in Vegas when he showed me this. This is Ron's bat. It actually got compression down to like 165, and he doesn't swing a bat with that low compression. So what he did was he gave it to me. Well, on this bat, it's 150 right now. On this bat, he has a number system. So what he does, he's got 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. He does 1, and then he turns it all the way to 2, and then he goes to 3, and then he turns it to 4. This is every at bat. So whenever he takes BP with this bat to get it where he wants it, he'll actually turn it in his hands every quarter swing, right? But when he plays ball, and this is the first time I've ever heard anybody do this, when he plays ball, he breaks it in evenly all the way around. That way you don't get any soft spots, any hard spots on one side. Because there's a chance, guys, when you go up the bat, you might be hitting the ball on that same spot a lot of times. So it's going to take the life out of the bat. You'll probably get a few more swings out of it at the end. So I thought this was amazing. So when he goes up there, he sticks at number 1 right toward himself, right? So he's looking down it. So whenever he goes to number 2, he doesn't go off to the side. He goes to the other side of the bat, right? He goes over here. So number 2 is over here on the other side. Then he comes to the right side and then goes all the way to number 4 on the other side of the bat. So he's hitting the ball on 4 different spots every time he comes up to bat. And I think that's a great idea. I think he gets a few more swings out of his bats, a few more swings, extra longevity when it comes to bat. Alan Hancock has got the player bat. I actually did not get one. Clem was swinging it today, and I'm going to have video of that bat up tomorrow. They are selling them right now on the channel. Alan Hancock is the player. That's not the player. It's the team bat. And it was his bat, Honey Ho. That ought to be your new name, Ron. Not the Jaeger bomb. It should be the Honey Ho. You have Alan Hancock. He has that team out of Florida area. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. There was remember back, didn't DeMarini at the beginning have numbers on that? DeMarini had on the double wall. He had numbers on that bat too. But I think they went 1, 2, 3 all the way around, right? And they went like how you're supposed to turn it in your hands. What Ron is talking about is hit it on one side and then go the opposite side and hit it number 2. And then go off of that, hit it at number 3, and go opposite side, hit number 4. That's the way he did his stuff. I think that's amazing because he writes it on his bats. And it actually, it evens the field, it evens the barrel when you want to hit it. That way you don't get any hard spots or soft spots on each side, because you can actually accidentally hit the ball on one side more than you hit the other, and that's going to suck when you're playing a game. But those are for those OCD guys that really want the consistency every time they get up the bat. So Ron and me, probably a little bit of OCD, because I'm going to do that. So Alan Hancock, he has that team bat. I didn't hit that today because Clem wouldn't let me hit it, but it's a 28 ounce, and that bat is amazing. It's that one-piece bat. It is up on the website, I think, is what they were telling me. You guys, Leslie is in here too. I think it got put up on the website today. You guys can go in there. They do have, I think they were telling me something about, they do have, how long am I getting into this, dude? Holy shit. They do have a special going on. Get with Leslie and Jeff about this on the website on the OG wig popper. I think that is true, and I think that's what they were telling me today, that they wanted me to mention. There's some specials. Get on the website, guys, before tonight and look at the specials that are going on. I know we're getting at the end of the year, and usually what happens with every company at the end of the year is they're trying to get rid of product because they don't want to have a warehouse full of stuff. And we have the new stuff coming in. He wants to get rid of the new stuff. He wants to get rid of the old stuff before the new stuff comes in, because we got a warehouse and we got to get it out there. So you probably pick up some good deals off that website, guys. Again, I will see you. If you guys have any questions, please. And this is my biggest night ever. I want to thank you guys for that. And 135 people at one time. I don't think I ever seen anybody. I don't want to thank you guys for doing that, participating, talking back and forth, not being dicks, talking back and forth to everybody, having a good time and asking questions and chiming in. That's the way information gets spread, because of podcasts like this, that we can talk to each other and have transparency, right? And don't be a dick to either. But you guys notice that in the last 5 days, a lot of dicks out there. You know, let's stop that shit. Let's move forward. Put that shit away, you know, going forward. This is going to be a channel on Wednesday nights. You can actually get together, talk to a friendship, a family, La Familia, the movement. I told you guys that's what it's a part of. And this tonight is proving it right now. 135 freaking people on here that want to know, that want the information, that aren't listening to other people talk bullshit, right? And are followers, you know. If you were more of a minion or more followers, you would know about the Kevlar thing, but you're not. So you go spewing out there shit that not necessarily true. And I want to thank the people that backed me up on that. Mike Masinko, Alan Tanner, and Patty Albright for actually jumping in there, who are part of other companies. That's what we're talking about. You have other companies chiming in and proving other people wrong and not giving a shit about what we're doing, right? That's what it's all about, guys. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to do it on Friday nights to get it going on Wednesdays and Fridays. You got Alan Hancock with Short Porch Gulf Coast, right? No. You got Short Porch Gulf Coast that is actually going to chime in. He's right after me. He's going to start hitting on over there if the weather's good. And guys, you guys got any question? He comes on right after me. Go see his channel, Alan Hancock with Short Porch Gulf Coast. I've been talking too long. And ask me questions, guys. I will answer them the best way that I can. I will print them out on, I don't know about Friday, because I kind of want to get into the health nutrition on Friday. Talk about what we need to be doing in the off season, because it is coming up. I got one tournament left next week, and then I'm done. I start my workout routine. I want to take you guys through that short. Are you out there, Ron? Or are you not going with them tonight? I know you were out there the last couple of weeks. So yeah, Short Porch Gulf Coast, Alan Hancock. Get a hold of them. They got that bat out. Go on the website, pick one up. They got go up on website, see if they have some specials going on, because they were talking to me about them today, because I was trying to get everything going on what I was going to talk about tonight, on trying to talk to people, not necessarily put fires out, but just give you guys information that is the truth and no bullshit. Guys, I will see you on Friday night. Take care.